Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. This is me, Rima.
And I'm Emily.
And guys, we're doing this special shoot just for you. Emily luckily had a little time off, and I was like, you'll see this soon. The Merry Christmas trailer came out, which we're going to be releasing on Christmas. So don't get upset if it's not released earlier. We just want to time it for something for the 25th. But this song, as you probably saw from the title, we are watching Pehle Bhi Main, which in Hindi, the translation is even before I used to. Pehle Bhi Main. So even earlier I used to. And of course, it has a Ranbir Kapoor. It's from Animal, the film, and it has Tripti Dimri. So I think I haven't seen the film Animal, guys, but I think I know enough to give a little bit of context to Emily, just based on reviews and summaries. And our very own Jaylee checked out the film, so do check out our review. I'll link it to this video so you can go check it out if you like. And we also did several reactions, me, Emily, Jaylee, to the film, so do check out those. But yeah, so Tripti Dimri is a very talented actress, and I think she plays the woman that Ranbir's character has an extramarital affair with.
Um,
So it's sort of his romance happening, but there is an agenda behind their relationship. Like it's not just about love, like they're because it's a revenge saga, right? Like a father son drama. So Ranbir's and her intentions. I'm not going to give away too much in case we see the film, but let's just say that it's a romance, but there are layers underneath or hidden agendas. Anyway, all right, so let's watch this song though. It's with obviously Vishal and Raj S. So I think it's Vishal Shekhar maybe. But anyway, we'll check out this because you guys requested it. Before we do though, guys, if you're one of those people who are watching our videos and not clicking the subscribe button, talking to you, please do. I know we see you in the views, we want to see you in the subscription so we can say thank you to you. So please hit that subscribe button, become part of our beautiful AR family. Did you hit the subscribe button? All right, we've been requesting you, counting on you to do so. All right, let's click play. 1, 2, 3, play. So that's her.
she looks like a Disney princess.
I know, they look good together.
There's a lot going on in those eyes, though. What?
Yeah. Oh wow.
तुमसे मिला
Nice car.
पहली दफा ही मिलके लगा तूने छुआ जख्म को मेरे
Song's pretty.
मरहम दिल पे लगा पागल पागल है थोड़े बादल बादल
Wow,
हैं
nice song.
दोनों खुल के पर से भीगे आ जरा पहले भी मैं
Wow, that's a bold look.
Crazy, love it.
पहली दफा ही
That's like a painting, right?
Yeah, it's very pretty. Nice place.
तूने छुआ
The smoking on the bed sheets
जख्म को मेरे
and a burn.
मरहम मरहम दिल पे लगा
भाई दादाजी पूछ रहे कितना टाइम लगेगा दादाजी से पूछ उनको कितना वक्त लगता था चल पूछ
Wow, he looks ripped as hell.
Yeah, he's huge.
गलत क्या सही क्या मुझे ना पता है तुम्हें अगर पता हो बता देना मैं अरसे से खुद से जरा लापता हूँ तुम्हें अगर मिलूँ तो बता देना खो न जाना मुझे देखते देखते तू ही जरिया तू ही मंजिल है या के दिल है इतना बता तूने छुआ जख्मों को मेरे मरहम मरहम दिल पे लगा
The song is very, very good.
It
पागल
is very good.
You're gonna
पागल
get lost in it.
थोड़े बादल बादल है भीगे बरसे भीगे आ जरा पहले भी मैं तुझसे मिला हूँ पहली दफा ही मिल के लगा तूने छुआ जख्मों को मेरे मरहम मरहम दिल
I want
पे
exactly this color. Is it possible?
Color of her hickey.
Same color.
Wow. Hey, Loki, that's a
That's a
beautiful color though.
yeah.
Dang, that's crazy.
Wow.
That's crazy.
What an ending, huh? Dramatic. So clearly, loving this man is not gonna be well. It's deadly. but but yeah, Emily, you were saying the song, right? I mean, your
Mhm.
thoughts?
I mean, I feel like we were quiet. I thought I was really into it. I was into the music. I
Yeah.
was into the story. I feel
Mhm.
like she's a very compelling actress. Like something about her eyes. Like I feel like she looks like a Disney princess. Like she's just very like I don't know,
Right.
windswept.
Yeah. No, I'm just looking up the translation for us, but no, I agree with you completely. I think this is a very beautiful song. I mean, it's
Mhm.
interesting because obviously Sandeep Reddy Vanga, like his even in his prior films, he had a song that both of us watched, and if you remember, it's like that big khayali me bhi tera bhi khayal aaye. And they were like in a motorbike and together. It
Yeah,
was
yeah.
it was a very soft, beautiful, romantic song, but he's known for these types of like, well,
Mm,
he has always a signature song, which is very iconic. And
mhm,
he's only done one film before, but that song really was a standout. So I think this could
mm,
be comparable because all the other songs from this film that we've seen, there is romance, but I think this is more like a love track, which is very, um, I don't know. It's very impactful. It's very soulful. It's sort of in the
mhm,
same vein, I think, as Be Khayali, even though that is that. I mean, I don't know. We'll see if this kind of becomes as much of a rage as the last one. But here the singer and musician is Vishal Mishra. So shout out to him. What a
mhm.
beautiful voice.
Yeah, really
And
good.
the lyricist is Raj Shekhar. And I'm going to translate a bit of the lyrics for you. And then we can talk a little bit about the acting and stuff. So it says, पहले भी मैं तुमसे मिला हूँ पहले दफा ही मिलके लगा. uh, Even before I have met you, and even when I met you, I felt this. And then it says,
Mm,
"Tune chua zakhmo ko mere marham, marham dil pe laga." When you touched my wounds, I feel like I got a balm in my heart, and you've sort of soothed my wounds. Pagal pagal hai thore, we are a little crazy. Badal badal hai dono khulke barse bhige azara. The sky is covered with clouds, let's get drenched in the rain. And then it says, galat kya sahi kya mujhe na pata hai. I don't know right or wrong. Tumhe
mm,
agar pata ho bata dena. If you know, tell me. मैं अरसे से खुद से जरा लापता हूँ. I've been lost in myself for a long time. तुम्हें अगर मिलूं तो बता देना. If you find me, let me know. So
mm,
some, poetic lyrics about
mm,
identity and connection, and but I feel like, yeah, so I think it does make sense in the context of the song. But I agree with you. I think her eyes were speaking so much, right?
mm,
And I know that her role in this film, Tripti Dimri, her name, the actress's name, she's not as much present. Like she comes more in the second half of the film, but
Mhm.
clearly she did the most, right, with
Mhm.
the parts that she had. And Ranbir Kapoor, of course, I think he really, you could tell, like with his body and the way he's built it, like he really gave a lot of himself to this character, which is a bit of a crazy character. You could tell even with the hickey thing where he wanted to get a car with the exact color as her hickey.
Yeah.
But what did you think of the sensuality in the song? I felt like it was quite, what's the right word? Like it was quite bold for Indian films, right? I don't think we've
I agree.
seen.
I mean, it caught me a bit by surprise. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, okay. I mean, I feel like maybe, I have that more of like that American mindset when it
Hmm.
comes to sexuality in movies, and sometimes they can go a little bit too overboard for no reason.
Right.
So I feel like when you see this type of stuff, it's got to be a little bit more tasteful depending on the region, and I feel like they
Right.
did a pretty good job. I mean, I liked the moment when she was like laid out on the bed, and it did kind of look like a portrait, like what you
Yeah.
said. It felt more stylistic versus being like they just had sex, which is like it's
Right.
part of it, but it was more stylistic.
Yeah, I do think that it was a very, like, which is kind of something that Sandeep Reddy Vanga gets a lot of heat from. I mean, there were a lot of people who loved the film, a lot of people who criticized the film also, and particularly there are critics who feel a certain way about how he depicts female characters, or
Mm,
the kind of relationships between men and women. We haven't seen the film, so we can't really speak to any of that. But I do feel like in this sense, in this scene, I'm sure there are a lot of people who found it very bold for Indian sensibilities, but I think I agree with you. I think it was very tasteful the way she was and just covering herself. Like it really did feel like it was like an art coming to life. And I
mm.
thought the one thing that was a bit off putting was the fact that it seemed like he was having sex in full view of his comrades, because it did seem like he was
Oh
interacting
yeah,
with
that
them.
part was weird. I agree. Like when he was like
Yeah.
having a conversation with them while he's on her body, is that was weird.
I was like, I don't know if they were outside the door and they were talking. It just didn't seem
It
like
was
there was a
hard.
door, but I
Yeah,
could be
no.
wrong. But I felt like even when he was kissing her, near, like, sort of near her navel area, and it was like while they were lying there, I mean, all of it felt like gentle and sweet. Like it didn't
Mm,
feel to me at all, I don't know, vulgar or anything in any way. Um, it was a bit weird with his like saluting her, and she was just smiling with that. But I mean, I don't know. This is maybe everybody has their way of, their love languages are different.
yeah.
But it was an interesting shot too, which I thought was. I mean, it's so much like acting within the song, which you don't
Mm,
always get. You don't always get a lot of interaction between characters while a song is happening. But this song had action at the end with the
mm,
blowing up, and some scenes of interaction with the two characters, which I liked because it gives us some insight. The fact that she was on his phone talking about his family, his wife, and his kids,
yeah.
and kind of complimenting him like she's nice or something. I don't know if I caught that right, but that was an interesting moment, right? Like the fact that this is a man who is sharing the fact that, because sometimes when people have extramarital affairs, they don't want to talk about their spouses at the time, but he's almost like he's.
Well, often in the situations, I feel like when people, look for that reassurance outside of their marriage, more often than not, they do kind of become their counselor too. I feel like we see that in a
Mhm.
lot of films. It's like I just
Right.
I just finished watching Uncut Gems.
Oh,
And
wow.
it was like the same thing. Like he was married, but he was unhappy in his marriage, and so he's got this other
Right.
young, pretty thing, and he like confides in her because he's made all these deals that he can't uphold, and it's
Right.
like
Right.
this weird relationship where like the younger woman is taking care of like this older man that is married and
Right.
all this stuff. So I mean that makes kind of sense to me after seeing this movie, but it
Right.
doesn't make it any less complicated or weird.
Yeah, I don't know. I just found that very interesting because I think in the movie, guys, you could tell us more if you've seen the film. Like Ranbir is supposed to be very devoted to his wife, and it's
Yeah.
almost like he later has to justify, like when the affair comes out, that, oh, I did it for such and such reason. But it's almost like he's sort of comfortable with that, right? Like the fact that he has a wife and kids, and she's like, and it's not like he's getting upset with her for asking questions, wanting to see, his private life. But yeah,
Mhm.
very interesting dynamic. I don't know how much they delved into it beyond this song or a couple of scenes in the movie, but it always makes me like, I don't know, the thing with extramarital affairs, like I mean, this film has reasons, but I'm always baffled when people get into relationships with people in relationships, because I just feel like it never ends well. Like, I've never heard of
Yeah.
a happy couple coming out of cheating, or a happy couple coming out of, somebody in a relationship. Like, even these days in 2023, I feel like there's been so many movies about, if you're with a married man, or you're, hoping for that man to propose or break off, and it never happens. And I'm like, how are women getting seduced into this? Like, how are they still
There's
falling?
plenty of single men out there. I promise. You'll find them. They will find you. It might take a little bit, but don't get in a relationship with people that are already in relationships. Like,
Yes, don't.
you tell
I
them to
mean, it
break up. It's like what's the point of wasting your time if you're not in love? Bye, just go.
Yeah, I mean, I just honestly feel like you should never do that, guys. And I know sometimes people feel like, and I mean, we're speaking to the women if you're watching this channel, or even guys, if you're in a relationship with someone in an affair,
I'm speaking to the
or
men too. I'm speaking to all of
yeah,
you, and none of you get off.
yeah. And I know we're straying away from the story. This has
True,
nothing to do
true.
with the context, but guys, don't do this to yourself. It never ends well. You don't need like your car blasting to get proof that it doesn't end well. But I just feel like, it's just, it's tragic. I think it is tragic, and people's hearts do get broken. But yeah, coming to the song, beautiful song from Animal. It's always nice to see gentle songs from movies that are a lot more like ruthless, or I don't
Yeah,
know, high
yeah. This
action,
is
or like we had that feeling with Salar too, right? Remember, we saw the Salar song and we were like very, very touched. So
totally different.
very, very different tones. So this one was
Mhm.
very sweet, very nice. We really enjoyed it. So guys, of course, keep an eye out for our reaction. Like, we gave a lot of hints. The Salar one, Merry Christmas, a lot of that is coming out. We're just making time to post it so we have enough content till the end of the year, because we don't always meet every week. We meet every other week. So with that in mind, we hope you enjoyed our reaction. I know a lot of you like this song. Please subscribe. If you're new to this channel, support us, become part of our AR family. Join us on Patreon. Bang Bang should be coming out soon, and we are
Woo!
trying to get your requested movies. So if you want to have a vote in what we're going to watch next, consider the AR YouTube membership, Ruby and Emerald. That's still available. And we'll see you guys next time. Oh, follow Emily, myself, social media links down below. Bye.
Bye.